Okay, folks, welcome to Red Pill Markets. Today is May the 9th, 2020. We're going to go over our stash account. So we added more to Intel. It's slightly up. Merck is down almost 4%. We'll have to hold Merck a little bit longer to get some gains out of it. All that glitters should be coming up in the next couple of weeks. That's a longer term hold. We're not really worried about it. We added Walt Disney. It's up 1% from when we added it. Pfizer's up slightly. Goldman Sachs is up. It's a longer term hold. As it starts to pull back, we'll add more to that. We prefer to add once it hits minus 10%, since it's going to be a longer term hold. Johnson & Johnson is down 1%. Morgan Stanley's up almost 5%. Berkshire Hathaway, at one point it was down 10%. We should have added more to it, but once it comes down, we'll add more to it. That's a longer term hold. We're not too worried about it. Citigroup's up 2%. Bank of America's up 1.6%. JP Morgan's up or down 2.5%. Wells Fargo's down 10%. We need to start adding to Wells Fargo. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. Buy Wells Fargo. I'll add 10 to it. So on Monday, it'll buy some more Wells Fargo. Okay, so on Monday, first thing Monday, we have a lot of ads. Skyworks. Skyworks is going to be a longer term solution. As it loses value, we'll add to it. Now, we'll add to it as long as it doesn't gain 5 or 10% here in the near future. If it gains 5 or 10% here in the near future, we'll sell it, wait for the price to drop, and then jump back in it. Same thing with Fizz. Fizz could be a longer term hold later on. Right now, we're trying to get 5 to 10% out of it. Cirrus Logic, they depend heavily on Apple. So if Apple does really good, this is one of their vendors. We're trying to get 5 to 10% out of this. It can also be a longer term hold if the price drops. So Skyworks, National Beverage, Cirrus. I got those from one of my professional trading buddies. He's been holding them long term, and he's been doing pretty good in those. Conagra is something I came up with myself for packaged foods. Packaged foods are going to be a big hit, especially with the temporary meat shortage that we're having. It's not a meat shortage, it's trying to get the meat processed because of the whole COVID-19. There was a lot of issues with the meat processing plants. So that created a bottleneck. So as the packaged foods start having issues, the prices should come up. Facebook is a longer term investment. A lot of people are going to be doing a lot more advertising on Facebook because it'll be cheaper and you can reach more people. So that'll be a longer term asset. Hormel Foods is again packaged food. Tyson Foods. Tyson, we like Tyson because unfortunately they're one of the 4 major meat processing companies in the United States. So they're the gatekeepers to getting food to the market. Tyson's stock is at a nice discount. So Tyson should be a longer term play. If we get a 10 or 15% pop in it real quick and it starts to fall, we'll probably jump out of it and then get back in at a cheaper price. Darden Restaurants, that's something that we had before. That's going to be a longer term hold because a lot of the restaurants aren't even open back up yet. So that'll be a longer term play. As it falls, we'll add to that. Carnival is one of our long shots, but one of our promising long shots. That'll be a longer term hold. As it falls 10, 15, 20%, we'll slightly add to that. Kraft Heinz, again, prepackaged foods. Marathon Oil, we always got to have some type of oil company in there. And then iRobot. iRobot is from one of our investor buddies. So iRobot, Marathon, Kraft Heinz, Carnival, Darden, Tyson Foods, Hormel, Facebook, ConAgra, Cirrus, National Beverage, Skyworks. Those are the new positions we're going to have once the market opens on Monday. We're hoping the market opens down so we can get these at a cheaper price. But we'll see what happens. We do expect the markets to start correcting some next week. At least 4 to 6% pullback. We're actually praying for it. 4 to 6% pullback. If that's the case and these fall 4, 6%, 10%, we'll add to them. And then some of them we may get rid of them sometime in the summer, and then just add them back as the price drops again for longer term holds. But for our 401k, we are situated in 100% Putnam stable value because the markets have gained a lot in the last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks, and we don't want to give back any gains that we made. I think in the last 2 weeks we gained over 7.5% in our 401k. But the markets, I don't think the market has gained that much in the last couple of weeks. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe later.